My name is Kate Davis. I'm 20 years old and I'm a vocalist and bass player. I sing and play bass. I have a website, katedavismusic.com. That has all the information you'd ever need to know about what I've done so far in my life. I grew up in a really musical family. My parents thought it was really important for my sisters and me to grow up with music lessons and exposure to music. So I was always playing in youth orchestras and jazz groups and all sorts of things from the time I was really young. Over time it just began to kind of be the only thing I was good at. So I just went with it, and now I'm continuing to do it, and I love it more than anything in the world, so there's nothing wrong with that. Young Arts is a non-profit organization based out of Miami that acts as like a scholarship competition for seniors in high school, freshmen in college, basically younger people between the ages of 17 and 18. So it's kind of like an honors group. You get picked for it, you have to audition, and it's essentially like an affirmation that you should continue doing what you're doing because they recognize that you are good enough to keep going with it, and they just basically give you the extra support you need to go forward. It helped me get into school, it helped me figure out that it was worth spending all this time playing music and performing because I realized that there were people who had faith in me. I think that it's very important for kids to have a foundation in music because if somebody gets turned on to something at a young age, then they have the time to develop it and cultivate a skill, and by the time they're 20 or 25, they'll be really well versed and they can get out into the world and do something that they love. Art is one of the only things that you can take part in your life that will really be as rewarding as you want it to be. You can create, you can define yourself, you can be anybody you want to be. With art, it's very personal, it's about your life. You're really exploring yourself and figuring out the world and what it is you need to do to be happy. If kids get an opportunity to do that when they're young, then they have that whole rest of their life to enjoy that. I just think there's something unbelievable learning about the outreach and the schools and the things that the Lennon Bus does for young people to kind of expose them to this world. That is what the world needs right now, because there are all these young kids who, they have issues or they need to find some kind of outlet, and a lot of times that can go one way or the other. But for them to realize that this exists, that they could have the opportunity to sing, to write music, to be a part of this legacy, I guess, which it feels like it. I think that could be enough to change somebody's life for the better.
It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky.